made £100,000 on this car in a few years. This is my SLS AMG, and I've had it for about 5 years now. The SLS AMG is the first vehicle Mercedes-Benz made developed specifically and solely by AMG. It was developed with the assistance of Formula 1 driver David Coulthard, and also the advert for this car when it came out on television was Michael Schumacher driving on the roof of a tunnel. And this is arguably one of the greatest AMGs of all time. It's powered by a 6.2 litre V8 naturally aspirated engine and is mated to a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, pretty much exactly the same gearbox as you find in a 458. In fact, I think it's the same unit, just tuned slightly different. And unless you've got a couple of million quid kicking around down the back of the sofa, this is the closest thing you're going to get to a Gullwing Mercedes ever again for a fraction of the price. They came in coupe and roadster format. The roadster format doesn't have the iconic doors. It also came in final edition GTs and also a black series 2. And it also spawned one of the greatest looking race cars of all time, the SLS AMG GT3. This is just the peasant variant. It's just a bog standard coupe with very few options. In fact, you can get carbon inside, but the aluminium finish is much nicer in my opinion. You can get ceramics, I don't have those. You can get an uprated hi-fi, I don't have that either. But you're not really buying this car for that, you're buying it for the design. That long bonnet, those proportions, the engine all the way at the front, and you sat back slung over the back wheels. Let's talk about money then, we love it. These did drop as low as about 95 grand, and I remember when I was leasing my BMW M3, I looked at one of these for 98 grand and I thought, nah, it's just a big fat chunky Merc. I don't want one of those. I'm going to pay monthly for a BMW that I don't even own at the end. How wrong I was. These are now nudging 220, 230 grand for a nice one, and a scruffy one with a few miles on it is still setting you back the best part of 200,000. I bought this back in COVID for low 100s, and I've near enough doubled my money on it. What do I think the future holds for these? I think the future is bright. Mercedes are not making cars like this anymore. They're turbocharging, they're hybridizing, they're regulationizing, they're doing everything under the sun, but they're not making silly stuff like this. This was, for me, one of the glory eras of cars. And this was Mercedes' answer to the 458. They're going up, these are going up, and if you want one, now is a good time to get in. Running one of these cars as well is not actually scary. It's regular servicing with Mercedes A and B services. A regular service on one of these is between 500 and £1,000. It really isn't that scary at all. And touch wood, it's been really reliable. Unveiled at the Frankfurt Motor Show back in 2009, this actually came after the SLR and is about 150 kilos lighter than the SLR. The SLR has a 5-speed box in it. It's supercharged. It's a completely different animal to this car. And the SLS actually stands for super light something or other. It does have the engine from the C63 507, but you've also got clever bits like a carbon prop shaft. And it's even got explosives in the hinges in case it goes upside down. Should you buy one of these then? Well, of course you should. These are pretty much trouble-free motoring. On the whole, they're pretty reliable. And even the tech inside now, you can get wireless CarPlay put in with just a software update. Again, I was telling everyone to buy one back in 2020. Again, nobody listened, but you haven't missed the boat just yet. These things are still rising, and I do suspect they'll probably reach 250, 300k. Remember where you heard it first.